Alright, yan, mga kabatas natin. Welcome to another night no, of learning. Yan. Ngayong gabi ho, it's very, very special because uh, we have the comeback kid or comeback doc, di ba? And another very rare opportunity for us to actually look inside the mind of Doc Adam. At kasama ho at makakasama natin siya ngayon pag-uusapan natin yung buong kwento, yung mga hindi nyo pa narinig, yung mga malalalim na kwento at yung mga iniisip niya. So, hindi ko na ho patatagalin. Lalabas ko na ho at tatawagin natin, ladies and gentlemen, si Doc Adam.
Hiya. Kumusta?
I'm good. I'm
How are
good.
you?
Kumusta ho kayo?
Cool, man. Okay lang.
So,
Okay lang. Yeah.
so how are you feeling? You're back.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Feels good to be back. Because I decided to come back maybe a couple of days ago, and I was just itching to get going again. So it feels good to be posting a video, and yeah, I'm happy about it. So I was thinking, what would be useful for us? Not useful, but what would be really interesting is if we could share like the whole story ang buong kwento mula sa unang video hanggang sa dulo. So yeah, because I was just thinking, you know, there's so many things now that I haven't shown people yet, like the lawyer's letter. There's a video that I never posted tungkol kay Dr. Farah. What else? I haven't discussed the camera incident at my office. So yeah, gusto ko sana magbahagi ng kwento ko sa inyong lahat, so you guys can sort of learn from the experience and have some fun. Really, like that's all we're gonna do here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And thank you for like choosing to be here in Batas Natin. Our community is really grateful that you are here right now. And of course, no, it's very special because you want to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
And what's happening in your mind while you're battling this stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
man.
it's really, I know it's difficult. It's different if I see it in a third person perspective. Now, finally, we can see what Doc Adam is thinking, what Doc Adam is seeing, right? Maybe let's start. I want to ask the first question. All right. I'm really curious about it. What is the first video that you saw, or how did you come to know about Dr.
Dr. Farah. Sorry, the internet just went. So okay. So when I was still studying Tagalog, so maybe 3 years ago, like maraming akong pinanood na videos tungkol kay ibang doctors. So like I used to watch like Willie Ong, Healing Galing, Healing Galing, no. Because you know it used to help my Tagalog. So I watched all these different medical channels. Good Morning TV, Pinoy MD. I watched lots. Anyway, one day, Dr. Farah was suggested to me on YouTube. So I watched some of her content, and I think we got one of the first videos I saw about her. You got some testimony.
I will show them. You gave me the link, and I want. Okay, let's watch this first. Then let me tell us your reaction the first time you saw this video. Okay. Cool. Okay. Playing.
course, yeah.
ultrasound. Wala.
Okay. So what were you thinking while watching this video?
Well, firstly, the music. The music is the music is ano paano ipaliwanag ang music. It's like tries to give you hope, gives you feelings of
Mhm.
hope.
Yeah,
May
it's
pag-asa pa.
uplifting, right? It's
Yeah, yeah.
uh-huh.
So yeah, napansin ko yan. And then I guess we're about to find out the problems, yung sakit
Mhm.
ni ate, o ate o yung babae dito. So
Yeah.
just continue the video mo, Pamela.
Okay.
Wala na po akong bukol. Wala na po yung cancer ko. Nabasa po ni doktor. Okay na daw po ako. Dahil wala na po yung cancer ko, wala na po yung bukol ko, wala na po ako nararamdam sa katawan ko. Kaya po ako masayang-masaya na.
Yeah, just pause there. So yeah, that's a testimony, right? So testimonies are not a good way of demonstrating evidence or demonstrating that something worked. It's just a story. It's just isang kwento lang. That's all that is. And because basically anything could have happened. We don't know. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang klase ng cancer. Even if she had cancer, we don't know what treatment she had. Maybe she was having radiotherapy and chemotherapy when she went to the clinic. Maybe the diagnosis was wrong first. Basically, there's so many variables to a testimony, and that's why we don't use testimonies para ipakita ang evidence sa tao, because they're not a good way of demonstrating effectiveness. So that's kind of well, it took me a while to understand it 2 years ago. But that after I understood it, that's what was my feeling about it. Yeah.
My question though is, from the time that you said this is the one that triggered you into making a video. When you watched this, not this one.
No. I mean, this triggered
is the
me
first
into
one.
thinking. Medyo kakaiba ang YouTube page na ito. But this was 2 years ago, man. Like 2 years ago, my videos weren't very good. I would never debunk anybody 2 years ago. I would be asking for trouble.
So this is the first time that you actually came to know about Dr. Farah, but you did not think of making videos about her yet. No debunking videos yet.
No way. I pinanood ko lang, Pamatuto. That was it. So I was learning about the Tagalog, and I was thinking, medyo kakaiba. But bear in mind, I was also watching things like Healing Galing and stuff like that. So I really wasn't questioning things. I was questioning things, but I wasn't going to make a video about it. I think I decided to make a video about Dr. Farah maybe 5 months ago. I think it was her videos were re-suggested. And that's when I started looking at her content further.
So after, you said you started looking into her content again, right? After you watched this again, do you think you understood it the same way you understood it 2 years ago?
I mean, my Tagalog's, I understand it fine now. Yeah.
But in a medical perspective, it's like the first time you saw this, and even if you didn't understand it fairly well, right?
Yeah.
You already know there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, straight away. Even without understanding hardly any Tagalog, I knew that was parang nagbebenta sila ng isang kwento. Like they're trying to sell a story. Like that was my feeling, even when I didn't fully understand it. And if you actually go back onto her YouTube page, there's maybe, I don't know how many, but 100 testimonies There's so many testimonies. Tungkol sa iba-ibang cancers, ganon, diabetes, and they all sort of follow this format. So I was very questioning. But at this point, I didn't know the full story about Dr. Farah. I really didn't. I didn't know about the hospital. I didn't know anything, really. I just thought, medyo kakaiba ang advice na ito. Yung lang.
So what made you jump into making the video? Like, tell us about the trigger that made you like think that I think I need to make a video about this. I think I have to let people know that this is not right. What happened there? Why did you think about that?
When I started watching some of the medical advice, like the wording of a lot of their advice was very was wrong, essentially. Was very misleading, in my opinion. Things like garlic is the cure for cancer, or I can't remember how she worded it. Garlic is the best treatment for cancer, something like that. I can't remember exactly. Heart attack, chili. I thought this is really wrong. So I watched a few of them, and then I started to realize that, hindi lang mali ang advice niya, meron nilang videos din na nakakatawa. Katulad ng comeback video, the comeback video. I was just like, that's so funny. Like, what's the comeback? So, yeah, have you got the comeback video?
Yeah, we have the comeback video here. And, of course, you're also a person who is coming back, right? Or who had a comeback.
Yeah.
So, okay. What's the difference between your comeback and her comeback?
What's the difference?
Because
I guess, there are similarities. She was telling the story of what she perceived to be injustice, following the close of her clinic, and that the FDA was essentially against her. That's what she felt. And I was telling a story of what I felt to be injustice, that I was just, in my opinion, giving correct health advice. So there are similarities between her comeback, which is a little bit maybe more dramatic.
I think her comeback is more dramatic because it's really big news here in the Philippines because the authorities stormed her clinic, right? And for a short while, people were really torn. It's like people were thinking, why would you do that to a person who's only promoting natural remedies for sicknesses?
Yeah.
So my attorney Magalong, my wife, actually felt bad for Dr. Farah initially.
Really? Wow.
Honestly, yeah. She was, because what's coming out of the press and all that's circulating in social media is you're not giving people choices. You're not giving people options.
Yeah.
So what can you say about that? It's like you saying to Dr. Farah that what you are saying is not correct. And they are saying that you doing that is limiting people from having choices.
Okay. I think everyone's entitled to a choice. That's and everyone's entitled to make an informed decision. Okay. But to make an informed decision about your care, you need to understand all of the facts. Okay. So, kumbaga, you have diabetes. Okay. And I say to you, you've got diabetes. Our options are this medicine, which will work 80% of the time and cause these side effects. You could do this, which will work 70% of the time and cause these side effects. So I give you all the information so you can make an informed decision about your care. Because it's your decision, it's your life, right? I'm just here to give you the information. Okay. Now, if we look at some of the videos that we've seen from Dr. Farah, I feel that all the information is not there. I feel it's misleading. For example, if the garlic video, hindi ko alam ang lahat ng ebidensya tungkol sa garlic, but if the garlic video said, oh, in some studies, garlic can help reduce swelling or something like that, then that would be very different to saying garlic is the best treatment for cancer. That's a misleading statement. That doesn't let people make an informed decision about their care.
Yeah, I get you now. Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong in natural treatment if people understand the limitations of natural treatment. But you need to understand that if you have, I'm not talking about Dr. Farah here. I'm just talking about in general. If you have, a cancer or something, and you just eat a banana, it's not going to treat you. You need to understand that. So people need all the information to make an informed decision. That's basically the gist, and I don't feel that that's happening.
Well, I get 100% what you're trying to say, and in addition, in a lawyer's perspective, and also in a business perspective, right? Because if you give people choices, right? At least give a right choice, right? The proper choice, not mislead someone. I'm not talking that. I'm not saying that. Like Doc Farah is giving them or fraudulently misleading people into thinking that they should buy her medicines because this or they will cure some particular. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So I will just talk in a legal sense that if you, for example, will deceive a person into thinking this is the right choice for your particular sickness, then that's wrong. When in fact it's completely not, and you're just selling, right?
Yeah.
Here in the Philippines, many people do that. Actually, I'm not saying particularly that it's Dr. Fire is saying that. Of course, it's for the courts to say that. But for us who, like example, me, a lawyer who wants to educate people, then it's also good that we should do our research and know for a fact that this is not one of your choices. Right?
Yeah.
And he is or someone is leading you to make this choice because he will profit or she will profit from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
You need to just critically think about things. That's all. So anyway, let's look at this comeback video because I enjoyed it.
Let's watch this. Oh, sorry, I think there's no sound. One moment.
So,
okay, here you go. You made a parody of this one, right?
Yeah.
We chose to practice natural medicine. They closed us without justice. They threatened our lives. They pushed our patients out into the streets.
Maybe I have to pause there and comment because I heard the justice and it just triggered me. For the people who's watching and who doesn't know the story, it was closed by the Food and Drugs Administration because the clinic was lacking the proper permits. So you decide if you think that is closing without justice or just following procedure or right. So let's play again. Well, at least that is what is in fact. If they want to challenge that, they can challenge that anytime. But it's all over the news. You can check. Okay, let's play it.
Yeah.
They thought we would be silenced.
Pine tree, so Baguio.
They thought this was over. They thought wrong. I'm just getting started. will be helping more people than ever before very soon.
So what's your take on that one?
Um, what's my take on that? It's just it's essentially there's a feeling of us against them,
Mm-hmm.
us against them. That's common with naturopathy. Us against them, big pharma, and against us just giving natural treatments. It's a common thing that we see in this scenario. Um,
Well, many people also are asking, do you have anything against naturopathy?
Not at all. Not at all. And even if there's no evidence to some things, I think it still helps people. If there's lots of patients who have symptoms that can't be explained by modern medicine, and they often get benefits from seeing naturopaths. Kahit walang
So,
ebidensya. So I
for
think
me who's
there is a
not
place. There is a
for
place for
for me who's
naturopaths.
not informed about naturopathy, what is actually naturopathy?
Hmm. I guess it varies. My understanding. I mean, I'm not a naturopath, and I don't talk to
Mhm.
many naturopaths, but it does vary throughout the world. I think, uh, but definitely here, in Australia, lots of people still go to naturopaths, and people do tell me that they get benefits from seeing the naturopath. And I think, even in some cancer centers, there's naturopaths who are helping part of the team, helping
Oh,
making people feel better. So I'm not against naturopaths. I think there's definitely a place for them. Kahit walang ebidensya. But I think yeah, that's probably my take on naturopaths. But when they overstep the line and start giving advice that's not right, then that can lead to problems.
I know
Um,
you've heard this
yeah,
word before. This word, it's albulario. Albulario.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah,
you've read that many times in the comments, right?
yeah, yeah.
Here in the Philippines, I don't know. Like I think it's a misconstruction. Some of them or some of the people relate equally naturopaths with albulario. Albulario are
Hmm.
the ones like traditional medicine users
Yeah,
and very unconventional or uh, alternative medicine.
yeah,
It's like you have they treat you with like not medicines but everything that they see around, and they make
yeah,
concoctions and stuff,
yeah.
and they have a um, what do you call that? They have prayers.
Yeah,
If to,
I I went to an Abulario in Sigiho. Is it Sigiho?
oh really?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
was
man.
it?
Yeah. I don't know. Masakit pa rin ang tuhod ko.
Yeah, so well,
And it was I think I paid 1,000 pesos.
well
I
at least
found
now
it
you
from,
know.
you know.
It's an experience, right? Donation. They don't call it medical fees. They call it donation, right? If you go
Yeah,
to an albulario, they don't actually
yeah,
ask you. Some of them ask for money, but um, ask for specific amounts of money. But
yeah.
others, they tell you just give what you can give. Like it's a donation. Here in
That
the
was
Philippines,
interesting.
yeah,
It was interesting, man.
albularios
But
are not recognized medically. I
yeah,
think they are not naturopaths, but many people
yeah,
are saying they are naturopaths, but I think they're not.
yeah. Basically, it boils down to what's misleading and what isn't. That's it. If
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
making claims that they can't prove or substantiate with evidence, and that's misleading, then that's when the problems occur, I think.
Yeah. Evidence
Um,
in science, right?
yeah, but not always. You don't always need evidence in science. Para sa lahat ng bagay. Like, sometimes something just helps. Like, it just
Yeah.
helps. If it helps you, it helps you. You know, like,
Like
um,
placebo.
well, not even placebo. For example, I don't know. Kung, you know, kung palagi ikaw kumakain ng saging, magiging masakit ang tiyan ko, then there's no evidence that bananas cause stomach pain, but I just won't eat bananas. You know, so it helps me, but there's no evidence. You know, so you don't always need evidence to do something. But I do think you need evidence when you're giving advice about things online.
Oh yeah.
That's you know, I think you need to have solid evidence to give advice.
And if you go to court, you need evidence.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to court, when you you already thought of making the video, right?
Yeah.
Now, did you ever think about the repercussions legally or otherwise? It's like,
Yeah.
so what went into your mind? Did you ever think that it will go this far? Like initially when you were filming it and like writing the script?
Yeah, I did. I was before that first video, the first video I did, I was very careful.
Okay.
To not do anything defamatory. I was, I don't know why now. I think maybe, I don't know when I posted it, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I think maybe around that time I was getting lots of legal threats like elsewhere. It was when I think I was starting to get bigger on YouTube and people were starting to threaten me. I was probably getting, I don't know, I was getting a few. I don't want to say any numbers, but I was getting a few legal threats. So I started to realize, you know, kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng defamation, and I was starting to really understand the law. And I think, ayon sa pag-aalala ko, bago ko i-post ang unang video tungkol sa kanya, I think I showed it to a lawyer. It wasn't you. I think I paid a lawyer to watch it because I knew that probably I'd probably you know, have something would happen. Even if I didn't break the law, like I knew something would happen. So yeah, I didn't know. I was expecting something to happen. Yeah.
Well, you said you received a lot of letters, threats, and the like.
Yeah.
Are the ones because of this video the biggest, or the biggest threats, or like the most bulk of like everything that you received legally, or did any of your other videos actually had the same attention when it comes to like suits and legal stuff?
No, this was the most.
This was
the most, and it wasn't just law stuff. Like I'll just say, bago ko ibahagi, you know, ang kwento ko dito, gusto ko muna sabihin that I'm not saying that everything happened to me because of Dr. Farah, or that Dr. Farah was responsible for everything that happened to me, because I can't, you know, I can't prove that.
Exactly.
But I can talk about the things that happened to me after that video. So, so basically, so so I posted the video, and it wasn't that successful. I think I got maybe, I don't know, 150,000 views. Like that was it, maybe. It wasn't. I think we were getting more views at that time. It wasn't what I call a successful video, and it didn't get much attention. It did on Facebook, but not on YouTube. But maybe in the day, I'm not sure of the exact timing, but the day after, 2 days after, like, maraming nangyari sa akin. So I think, I don't think it was just a coincidence, in my opinion, but lots of things happened to me. So I'll just run you through some of the things that happened 2 days after I posted the video. So we got spam emails maybe about 500 spam emails that kept on coming in like every
Wow.
hour. Um,
Wow.
so so yeah, there was so many. Maybe we didn't open any because obviously when you get a spam email, maybe they've got an
There's virus
infection,
in
right?
it, right?
A
Trojans.
virus.
Yeah.
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 So we had to install some software. I think Casey dealt with it, but I think we had to install some software to block out the spam emails.
Spam.
Somebody ordered $3,000 worth of blenders.
Really? Did they pay
Yeah.
for it or just
No,
like?
because it's cash on delivery a lot of the time. Um,
Oh. Oh.
so we had to obviously ring them and cancel that. We got an email from Shopify, who are the company that run our website, like the company that we use for the
Yeah.
website.
The e-commerce.
The e-commerce, they started asking for us to prove that our products had FDA approval. So we had to send all of our FDA. That will happen straight after all of our FDA certificates about all of our products. What else happened? We got lawyers' letters, emails. Like
Wow.
I think maybe this is straight after. This is like maybe it was quick. I don't know.
Wow.
It was a day or two after. We got a lot of lawyers' letters. But I didn't know kung totoo ito. Like because
Yeah.
I like like we looked up one of the lawyers, and the address looked like it was a garage, in Manila.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, so I was like, hindi ko alam kung ano ang nangyari dito. Like, I was like, there was lots, and we had so much hate on Facebook. And one more thing, like for example, like my video, I don't have any screenshots of this, but what happened on my YouTube video was like biglang dumami ang dislikes sa video.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
got like 3,000 dislikes.
Wow.
And then the next day they disappeared.
Oh. Uh, I think
I don't know what happened.
someone asked me about like raiding a
Yeah,
stream or raiding a video, and they will go there like hundreds of them uh, at a time, and then like constantly
yeah.
comment spam or dislike your videos. Maybe that's what happened. Then
But then they
eventually,
disappeared.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think YouTube recognized it
Oh,
and
okay.
removed all of them
Hmm.
because I think YouTube
And then
already has a feature like that.
And then we got some. So a couple of days after that, we had some other things start to happen. So I think, sorry if I'm wrong with the time frame, but this is from my memory. I think we started to have somebody called Tara Bunch, who, according to her Facebook page, is the sister-in-law of Dr. Farah, and according to lots of videos she's posted on YouTube or Facebook, she's the sister-in-law of Dr. Farah. She
Well, I
started
have.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, please.
she started writing a lot on my video, writing a lot, all of
I
the
have a
video.
picture here. It's
Yeah,
a public picture, right?
yeah,
It was shared publicly, so I guess we can show it here in our live stream. And I want to like ask you about this particular picture and what you think about it. Okay, I've seen this personally also in this particular profile or page, Tara Bunch.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
went and looked at it, and it's actually there, and it says you know NBI. I think you don't know NBI yet. NBI
no,
is the
yeah,
counterpart of FBI in the U.S. NBI stands for National Bureau of Investigation. So
yeah,
this government agency, actually investigates crimes, right, or cases that are reported to them, and they do investigations.
yeah,
So, well, here I don't know. Like I don't want to assume, but I might as well like tell you if you are the doc bully here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They say they're saying that you are a bully. Okay, let's
Mhm.
talk about that first. What can you say about that?
I don't think I'm a bully. Um, I think most of my content, I'm just pointing out the correct facts about something. Sometimes if there's things that are funny, then yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
joke about them.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's bullying. I don't think that's bullying. Um, I'm not sure of the actual English definition of bully, but I don't think that if something's funny and you make a joke about it, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's bullying. I'm very careful to make sure I'm
Yeah.
not bullying.
I think the
Yeah.
word bully is like the one that is misused most of the time
Mm,
because
mm,
its application really is very generic, right?
mm,
But when you define it specifically, just because something is not appropriate for you or you find it offensive, it doesn't mean
mm.
you're being bullied because of it,
No,
right?
no.
Because there is stuff that you might like find not appropriate for you, but it's not actually bullying. You just don't like it because it hurts your feelings, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we're
yeah,
in the real world, right?
yeah, yeah. We
Not
can't.
everyone will agree with you.
Not everyone can be a safe space. Like
Yeah, exactly. So
uh,
here
yeah.
it also says you are attacking mostly women because you speak Tagalog here at the bottom. It
Just go
says
back to the post there. I just want to, yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't mention this previously, but I had a real problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Essentially, to say I'm only attacking women, in my opinion, is trying to um, make people think badly of me. I'm how do I describe this? I don't know how to say the words to describe this, but um, that's just not factually correct. That's not
Mm-hmm.
correct.
Yeah.
Firstly, when I'm making videos, I don't even think about this,
Gender.
the gender at all. Like it doesn't. I don't even think about it. I I think if we went through my videos, most of
Mm.
my videos would probably have men in.
Mm. Yeah.
So it's not factually
Yeah,
correct.
I've watched maybe not all, but I think most of your videos, and I think yeah, there's a fair balance between men and women there. It
Yeah,
just so
and why?
happened maybe that yeah that
Yeah,
the issue right now is a woman.
and why all Filipinos is as well is written there, which
Yeah.
again I have a real problem with. That's essentially trying to say that I'm just attacking Filipinos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not attacking. I'm not attacking. What I'm trying to do is actually tell people the correct information
Exactly. Yeah.
about things. It's not an attack. I'm trying to culturally and educate and give people the correct information to make informed decisions tungkol sa
Mm-hmm.
kalusugan nila, so they can make the correct decisions. That's not an attack. That's just giving the correct information. Um, why the Philippines? I've already talked about that, but
Yeah.
there's multiple reasons, and which I don't want to go into in this stream. But it's not an attack, and that
Yeah.
really annoys me.
And,
That really
and
annoys me.
here
Yeah.
also maybe is a good question I want to ask you. If like for example you translate your video into another language, right? For maybe people to like understand if
Yeah.
indeed you are attacking Filipinos, will it be
Yeah.
applicable to them? Like for example, these medical facts that you are
Yeah.
presenting, if we translate it to Arabic or to
Yeah.
French, would it be applicable?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Because
they
it
have the
would.
same heart, right? They have the same brain, they have the same
Yeah.
body
It's
body
it's
system.
just essentially I'm finding people who are giving, not all the time, but often giving incorrect health information. I'm saying it's not correct,
Hmm.
or and demonstrating why it's not correct. And then if they're doing things that are funny, sometimes I'll make a joke about it. Nah, you know. So my videos are not boring. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's just fun. Um, so yeah.
So, So here,
That's probably what.
what do you feel like if you see someone who goes to these agencies, and
Mm.
of course they are impliedly, right, sending you a message? What message did you get from this particular picture? Like you
Uh,
and NBI.
I don't think I got the message that they intended for me to get.
You did not get the. You were not threatened in any way. It's like if it's very common. Like I want to bring this up because I don't know. I'm a Filipino, okay,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to flaunt my social media, me taking pictures with
Mm.
people who are in position to show people that I have connections.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I have friends and I know many people who does that. It's like even my father-in-law, Mayor
Yeah.
Magalong, he was a former general, he's now the mayor of Baguio. We've discovered several people who took pictures with him or in his office, and they use it to intimidate people or to show people that hey, I have connections, you cannot do anything against me because once I use my connections, or they flaunt their pictures and show
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and they become scared, so they will think, oh, I'm just a person who doesn't have connections nor money,
Mm.
so I will just let her go. I will not pursue my case against her, or I will
Yeah.
not I will not protect my rights anymore because it's a futile attempt, because he's a very well connected and financially what do you call that, abundant person.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell
Yeah.
people that the pictures doesn't matter. So
No.
your reaction is correct. Actually,
We don't know
unfortunately, with
what happened there.
Filipinos, yeah.
We don't know what happened. I mean, we don't. I don't know even if she went. We don't know if she went in that building. She could just
Hmm.
go and stand outside the front for all we know.
Exactly.
For all
Yeah.
we know, nakatayo lang siya sa, sa labas, and then she took a picture. That's all we don't know all the facts, right? So,
Exactly.
I mean, for me, I struggle to believe that the FBI or MBI would be interested in my video.
Maybe they'd watch it if they want, like,
I
to
mean,
pampalaki ng, your one of your
I
maybe
think there's
the NBI
probably
would
big,
watch it
I think there's
if
probably bigger crimes going on
yeah.
in the Philippines than my video.
Yeah. So the
uh,
lesson here is, yeah, exactly. What you said is actually correct. If they show you pictures, don't believe it. It might be
yeah.
that they just met that person there and took a picture with him or with her, and they're
Mm,
trying to intimidate you with that picture, right? Don't
yeah.
believe everything you see in social media. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe let's move on. Then let's go to like the filing of suits against
See,
you
see,
in
just
Australia.
quickly, just look there at the
Okay,
bottom. She
okay.
says there's a hashtag saying no to racism. You see
Oh
that at the
yeah,
bottom?
here. No
Yeah.
to racism.
What she's trying
Oh,
to imply, in my opinion, I mean, is that not? She's not trying. Is that an implication? Is that an implication that I'm being racist? Because is
oh,
that does that?
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know,
it's
or is
because
that
it's
just
like
a?
they mentioned Filipinos and from foreigner
Yeah.
to a foreigner, right?
Hmm.
And the Filipinos attacking women, like you are because you're a foreigner, you're being racist against Filipinos.
Yeah. But
I don't
that's
see it though. I think
no.
this is the only like post that has this. It did not
Yeah.
take off. Cyberbullying. This one is
Yeah.
interesting. No to overpriced blenders.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I think my blenders are priced actually cheap. Like
decently.
the
Yeah, cheap.
I
I
don't
think
make
so.
I don't make much money from the blender. Like the blenders there, it gives me a bit of support to pay my editor
Yeah.
and a couple of people who help me with the thumbnails and stuff. But like I wouldn't say it's overpriced. I mean, Paris Kenya. not to ask some questions. But yeah, I don't think it's. I think as a whole, it's not overpriced. Man.
Yeah, I've tried comparing the price of blenders. It's very
Yeah,
competitive. It's very competitive. If not like here in the Philippines, I tried comparing the price. It's very competitive, if not cheaper.
yeah. Well, but yeah, and also it's not about the blenders, right? It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
it's the whole all this. I think sa palagay ko represents I know in Taguig, almost like a gaslighting.
Yeah,
So essentially, it's not what were the facts. What were the facts about my video? The majority of my video was about the Harvard University thing, the garlic and the cancer, the Boston Sea, the cabbage. There was a bit of a parody in there, testimonies. That was the content. That was my video. Okay, why is that not got mentioned? Why is nobody mentioned that?
yeah.
Why I don't understand. So this is not relevant to my video, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I think so too. Now,
yeah,
maybe we could go to like the other threats that you received.
yeah, sure.
One of the very famous and of course very intriguing to me is the letter you received in Australia, wherein
Yeah,
a law firm in Australia sent you the letter.
yeah. Okay.
And
Um,
can you actually tell us about the contents of the letter? And well, I wanted to show it here, but I don't know if you will get in trouble for that there because they might
oh
say it's a
yeah.
private communication, and
Oh yeah. We don't know the
you know,
rules.
you
Uh,
if I show it here and they say, oh, that's our letter, they see our logo. If it's just me,
yeah,
then it's okay. If it's with you here, we might be having
yeah.
problems. So, initially, tell me, how did you feel when you received it? Were you expecting it all along?
No, not in Australia.
So what happened there?
So so at this point, let's explain. I'm used to getting letters in the Philippines, and I'm used to dealing with it. Um, Now we were. I was really. I When I got that letter in Australia, I panicked a bit.
Mhm.
I was stressed. Um, like Casey, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
she, yeah, we were both really stressed. I was really stressed, man, because it's different here, right? In a way, for me,
Mhm.
um, you
Because it's
know,
very real now. You're there, right?
I'm here. All my jobs here, my career's here, my assets are here. Not that I've got that many assets. Brutal, brutal,
Yeah. That's
brutal.
your
My
number
coffee
one
machine.
asset right there.
Um, and when I received that letter, I did panic. I did panic.
So
That's
what
the
was the
truth.
first thing you did? Did you contact any lawyers there, or
No, because it's really expensive.
what was going to your mind? It's like, am I doomed? Were you thinking you're doomed? I should stop making this. I should do an apology video because basically what they're trying to ask you is to like cease and desist from doing this, right? And
Yeah.
apologize. And they're asking you also to do some compensatory damages.
Yeah, so I think the best way of explaining it is like a flight and fight response. I don't know if people know that kind of response, but basically, when something happens to you, let's say like a car nearly runs you over, or there's a big lion, or something like that, then you get the flight and fight response, or
Mhm.
flight, fight, fright. I think this is fright's the last one, but it's basically flight and
Mhm.
fight. So do you like do you run, or do you fight? Okay, that's your feeling. So if there's a lion, are you going to run away from it, or are you going to try and fight the lion? Okay. Or if there's a car, I guess you always go run. Don't try and find a car. So that's what happened. So I had the flight and fight response. So I felt, so, mabilis ang pagtibok ng puso, pinapawisan ko. I didn't sleep that night. I was stimulated. I was like, stimulated. And my initial response was flight,
Flight.
It was just, yeah. So I was just, forget it, it's not worth it. Reason being, look, I mean, there's lots of different people I can do content on, and what's the word? It just didn't feel. I don't know. I just didn't. It stressed me out. I just wanted to. I didn't want to. It stressed me out. It stressed me out. That's
you think it's not worth it anymore. So when was the time? Like how long did you think that, okay, I'm giving up, I'm done with this one? Like you were, I think you were gone for about 2 to 3 weeks, right?
Well, so after that, what happened, right? So obviously I put the video out, goodbye YouTube. And I think I can't remember the dates, but I put that out maybe the week after I received the lawyer's letter. So basically, after I received that letter, I did talk to people. I talked to lots of people. I talked to lots of doctors, both in the Philippines and and here. I talked to you a little bit, like just as a friend, really, not really, just to debrief my feelings. I talked to, I talked to lots of people really to process my feelings. So maybe after a week, I decided that I wanted. No, maybe not. Maybe it's quicker than that. I decided I wanted to go public and tell people what had happened. Mainly because I also know, I knew a similar thing happened to, or there's things happening to Nico David, and he couldn't go public, and he was, and I knew, and I just felt I wanted to go public about it. That's all. And I felt comfortable that I wouldn't put myself in more of a legal situation from going public. Now, to clarify, basically, after that video, that first video, I legally didn't think I'd done anything wrong. I really didn't think I'd done anything wrong. I didn't understand why all this stuff was happening to me. I didn't understand why I was getting all these lawyers' letters. I really did not think I'd done anything wrong. However, even if I'd done nothing wrong, I was still scared of legal costs to defend myself here.
Yeah.
I was scared. I was scared that it would affect my work. I was scared. So even if I felt right, I still was scared. But I felt going public would probably just make me. I wanted people to know. I wanted people to know what was happening. That's all. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
We are at that juncture already, right? And you have all those thoughts. Now, this experience that happened to you, the letters you received from lawyers, the spam, and everything, did it ever change you, or did it? What happened? Like, were you changed, or are you the same person? If ever, what's the Doc Adam before and after?
No, I don't. I think I don't think it's changed me. I think it was a stressful 3 or 4 weeks. I think, yeah, it wasn't very nice. But I think maybe, I'll tell you what it has done. It's made me feel, it's made me realize how important free speech is, and how important it is to be able to give our opinions and not be scared. That's what it made me realize, and it made me realize that lots of people probably in the Philippines are scared to give their opinion about different things, not just this kind of thing, but they are scared because of legal actions and threats. And it's made me probably change my channel a little bit, in that I feel that I still important about health, but I also want to try and represent why free speech is so important in a country. And I felt scared to give my free speech.
Yeah, so you felt scared. You got all these threats and letters from the lawyers, and I'm sure you also see the support that you're getting in your YouTube channel, in social media. So how did that balance everything out? What do you feel about the support, and what can you say about the people who's giving you support?
So I posted that video, right? The Goodbye YouTube, and the support. Oh wow, the support was, I've never experienced anything like that. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it. It was amazing. Are you okay? I think it's lunchtime
Yeah,
for you.
I'm good. Yeah, that's
You okay?
Yeah, someone wants to talk to me on the phone, and I said later.
The support. So straight after I posted that video, I just made a little list here. So I posted the video at night. I hate posting the video at night because it makes me all stressed.
Yeah, you can't sleep.
I know, like I always have a rule where I post the video and then I don't look at my phone. That's what I try and do. Okay. So basically that night, from memory, I posted that video and the views just went suddenly, like it was crazy. And everyone I've ever met in the Philippines contacted me. All my friends from years ago, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
It was unbelievable. It was amazing. Like I had so many what's the word? Like so many Instagram messages, so many Facebook messages, so many emails. It just went crazy. It went crazy. I think we trended 4 on Twitter in the Philippines or something. I just didn't expect that, man. I didn't. Like it was an amazing feeling. It was a really cool feeling to see so much support. And I think then, just as I was getting off to sleep that night, somebody else texted me and said, Leo Ortiz has gone live. Leo Ortiz has gone live.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh yeah.
are you kidding?
Did you watch that? First and foremost, I want to ask.
I didn't watch. I was like, I just couldn't. I couldn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It was like 1 a.m. I think here when he went live, and I couldn't watch it. So it was just a very stimulating night. And then the morning after, my mum and dad, I wake up in the morning, so many missed calls. My mum rings me, she's crying because I haven't told her like anything about what's going on, right? So she's just watched the Goodbye YouTube video and she's crying. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? Like she was so like emotional. It was so stressful. And like she was just upset. I had to try and explain what had gone on, but I don't think it's hard to explain when when people don't understand the video. So I tried to explain, and then basically the week after, I've just got it written down here. The support just continued. Amazing. So many emails. Got emails from doctors, nurses. There was all these creators doing all these supportive videos. So many messages on everywhere, supportive. It was amazing. It really made me Pusong Pinoy
Yeah.
or whatever. Like it really made me. It really made me feel so great.
part part
Um,
of the well, actually, the support, I was looking at it too, and wow, like it's
yeah,
overwhelming. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's like, um, with that support, that you're getting a lot from the Filipinos, many people are also saying it's like, why will you support a foreigner?
yeah,
Because it's like 100, not actually 100, but maybe, I don't know, I don't want to mention the numbers
yeah,
to
yeah,
like appear smart, but
yeah.
most, right, most support, you got it, you got most of the support, and
Mm,
from the Filipinos, and they were saying, Doc Farah is the Filipino, you should be supporting the Filipino,
yeah,
right? That's what they're trying to say. Like others are trying to say, hey,
yeah,
stop the colonial mentality because he's a foreigner. You're trying to
yeah.
support him, and well, what can you say about that? Like the people who saying like, support the Filipino, not the foreigner.
I don't think it's anything to do with race. I don't understand. I hate it when people bring race into it. I just don't think it's anything to do with race. It's to do with all the information,
Yeah,
Uh, you know,
what?
I understand having pride
Mm,
in your country. I get that. I've got pride in being English.
mm,
When England play rugby, I watch England. I support England over Australia. Um, like I support my country. But when it comes to facts and
yeah.
information,
Mm-hmm.
who who cares where someone's from?
Mm-hmm.
Like the country's not important, in my opinion. I, I don't think race is part of it.
Yeah, and
No,
actually, I've also had, like, I have to mention this to you also. I think I never told you this still. Attorney Magalong told me, it's
hmm,
like, well, who's more Filipino now? It's like, we have we have an Australian English who's trying to be a Filipino, who's helping educate Filipinos, right? Who's
yeah,
integrating himself into the Filipino system and the medical field, right? And
yeah,
a person who is from the Philippines, who went to the Philippines, oh sorry, who went to the United States, and
yeah.
who is like practicing there, or like
I
who
don't. Well, we
removed
don't know. I don't
herself
know if
from the
she.
Philippines,
Yeah.
right?
Mm,
It's all, those are also facts, right? So those are also
yeah.
stuff. Although I'm with you when you said that race is not the issue here. But of course, if you will argue along that line, you still have that argument also that the person who is like a Filipino left, and who knows if he is or she is a Filipino citizen still,
Yeah.
right? So you can argue along that line. So, well, if you're going to lose, then might as well not argue about it, right?
We live in a world where there will be some people who don't support me. I didn't even. I wasn't even asking for support.
Yeah.
I was like, there will be people who do not like me because I'm English. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. It's the world. It's the world we live in. I accept that. This is just how it is. Um,
Hmm.
can I just go
So,
to the toilet really quickly? I'll be like 10 seconds.
okay, okay, okay.
All right, sorry, man. Just
Yeah, no worries.
maybe load up the experiences page. Maybe we could
Okay.
have it. I don't know. Are we allowed to look at that? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Um,
think let's not load that up. Yeah, just go
okay.
to the
All right.
restroom first.
Okay. How are you? 1 second.
Okay.
Cool. I'm back.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess let's go towards the end of the video. We've been
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, talking for already an hour. I
Yeah,
want
man.
to talk about like stuff that you haven't shown people yet. Are you like did you make any videos, or were you thinking of making videos but like you changed your mind and not publish stuff?
Yeah. I mean, there was I don't know if you've got access to it. There was a video. So after the first video of Dr. Farah, there was a post on a Facebook page that was entitled Farah Bunch, Jack Bunch. I think it was on there. There was a post, a big long post, trying to, I guess, in a way, debunk me. I guess that would be the feeling I had after reading that post. So I read that post, and I thought that I had to debunk it. It was wrong. In my opinion, it was wrong. Lots of things on there were wrong. So I did make a video about that. But I didn't post it because before I could post it, that's when all the legal stuff started happening, the lawyers and the all the. So I was started to. The story changed essentially, and the threats changed, and my opinion changed. So I just never posted this video.
Actually, I have like you've given me a copy of the video.
Yeah.
If there is a part here that you would want to show them, what would it be? So let's show them like a sneak peek of like.
I can't remember now. I'm trying to think what we haven't talked about. I think just look at 657. Just go on to 657. I think. Sort of yeah.
Here.
Around
here, right?
Yeah, just play from there. Play from there. That's,
Oh, sorry. Let me. I don't have audio again.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Playing.
Na Big Pharma daw yan.
Ano ang Big Pharma? Ay, hindi ko alam. Nakakainis! Cabbage, garlic, ginger, sealing, the bouillon have tons of studies and research showing their efficiency. Oh. Okay, let me clarify something dito. Siyempre, may ilang pagkain and herbs na may konting ebidensya na nakakatulong para sa katawan natin. Kaso, ang sinabi ni Dr. Farah ay,
Can take siling labuyo. It can, even if you're having a heart attack, that will save your life.
so sinabi ni Dr. Farah, kung nakakaranas ka daw ng heart attack, chili can save your life. Ano? If you're having a heart attack, kailangan ninyo dumiretso sa hospital. Yan ang payo ko.
If you have
yeah. So just pause there.
toothache.
So yeah, that just demonstrates that point, right?
Yeah.
So I think that demonstrates how the claims, in my opinion, are sometimes misleading. I think that's yeah.
You're dying and you eat chili and you're saved, right? Like a miracle cure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry I never posted that, but it's kind of not relevant now, so I can't post it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun video.
I watched this video. I really want to show them like the dual part. Can I show them that?
Yeah, I don't know. Did I put that? Yeah, show me the drill
I
part.
think it's
Let's do
here.
the drill
It's
part.
here.
Yeah,
It's very
I think it's
interesting. So let's show them that. This one.
Garlic or chili. Hindi magandang idea yan, kaibigan.
If anyone wants to debate me on this, I will not only debate them, but I will challenge them to a duel.
A duel? Ito, ihanda mo ang suot pang duel.
A few moments later.
Look,
so
anong
funny.
suot mo?
Oh, pasensya na mali.
Give me whatever ailment, even stage 4, and I will do the same to you. Let's see whose patient gets better or significantly improves first.
Medyo boring ang paliwanag ng scientific studies. Kaso, hindi ganyan. Ano ang pinag-aralan ng tao na ito sa med school? I have the lunas. Para sa cancer.
Parang hindi.
In that case, I challenge you to a duel.
At this medical school, we just use science and evidence. We don't use duels. Para malaman ang totoo tungkol sa isang product.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, science, evidence. Yung na yung ginagamit natin dito.
No duels? And maraming pag-aaraw na pinapakita na mas namamatay ang tao.
So yeah, just pause
when
there.
they undergo.
That's so funny. Like,
A
no,
duel.
No, Jewel. Yeah.
That just made me laugh. Then
Yeah.
that just made me laugh. Yeah, what? I mean, I don't have anything to add there. I don't have anything to add to that part. Like, it's just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, it cracked me up.
But basically, that's just going back to the testimonies and things of that nature. To do studies, we need to look at maybe a lot of people and give half of the people the medicine, give half of the people not the medicine, keep all of the conditions the same. In what I mean conditions is they have to, as much as possible, so they have to be the same age and the same environment, the same everything as much as possible, and then we need to compare the results. So you need to do a study, you need to look at lots of people and look at the outcomes. You can't just look at one person and go, oh, that person there, they I don't know, they put a cabbage on their swollen elbow and then the swelling went away. Well, yeah, what caused the swelling? How long did they put the cabbage on? Did they take any other medicine? You can't just look at one person and say, oh, it works. So, it just
And
goes
get
back
the
to that.
testimony of like the things that somehow worked and just remove the ones that did not work, right? Or disregard the ones that did not work and just show them the ones that work. Hey, here, it worked. Or the evidence that somehow, right, it improved.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
you
even myself at work, sometimes you'll get a bias towards a medicine. You'll think something works because you've seen so many patients who it's worked on, but that's not evidence. You need to follow the evidence when you're prescribing medicine. You can't just base it on your own experience. You have to take into fact, the evidence. It's medicine.
Like, I'm curious, like in the medical field, if you do if you gather evidence or clinical trials, of course it's different in the legal field, because in the legal field, if I gather evidence, I don't show stuff like if I can, I don't show stuff, or I don't show stuff that will help my opponent, right?
Yeah.
Will make me lose my case. And that's okay, because of course he has to make his case. I have to make mine. In the medical field, are you supposed to show, like for example, if you did 100 treatments, are you supposed to show how many treatments failed?
Yeah, legally.
How many treatments
I think legally
successful?
they have to. Yeah, legally they do. Yeah, you can't hide studies just because they didn't show you what you wanted them to show you. You have to show all the studies and the data, so it's not misleading, right? So often, we'll have drug reps who come. Well, I don't see many now because I just. Even if they have free lunches, I just don't really have time to see drug reps. But you often drug reps will come and they'll show you the evidence of their medication versus another medication, and they can't lie and distort the figures it's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's important to follow evidence as a whole, especially when you're giving health advice. So let's just round it up, I guess. So I just want to say, firstly, so much support. I loved it. I really appreciate it. From not just creators, you've been amazing, and loads, Nico David, Pudding Pinoy, Polo, I think Anklet, is that her surname? Anklet. Sorry, I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, and so many like people who
So many
like
people have
actually just supported you.
been,
I've seen many videos
so
supporting
lots
you,
of
and they
creators
just yeah,
and
not that
messages,
much silently.
messages are
They
amazing.
don't they
Yeah,
don't like send the link in your YouTube channel or your
yeah,
online for you. But I saw many creators like small YouTubers creating content for you, and yeah, maybe you should thank them too.
yeah. All the small creators, like yeah, like this. There's so many, and I do watch a lot of the videos. I don't share all of them, but I do actually. Even these videos with like 20 views, like, oh, I drew Doc Adam, or I've written a rap for Doc Adam, or
Yeah.
I watch
Oh, the
most of them
rap is a
because
good
it's
one.
the rap is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
so like even because it's like I know for people they'll be thinking, oh, Doc Adams, like, he's got 1 million subscribers and he won't be looking at this stuff. I honestly do. I look at all these because I love them. They're so cool. Like all the messages. Like I don't have time to read all the messages on YouTube, but I do read all the videos and stuff. I watch them all. Like it's really cool. So all the support, amazing. But I've even got somebody tomorrow. Uh, she contacted me on Instagram. She works in Melbourne. She's got like a cake shop, and she's bringing me like a buko pie and things like
Wow.
that. And then even after the video, I had loads of patients, not my patients, like new patients, ringing me up from all over Australia, like Sydney and all sorts. Just be like, "Hi, are you Doc Adam? Yeah, I'm Doc Adam. We support you, Doc. We support you." I'm just like, that's so cool, right? Like, it's
Wow.
so
Yeah.
cool. I love that. So thanks for the support, but I do want to say, like, I've talked to lots of people. Okay, like I've talked to like doctors who were in the Philippines in 2017, 2018. I've talked to nurses who had connections to various situations, and I've talked to patients as well, patients who went into Dr. Farrow's hospital. So I've talked to lots of people, and I can't share any of their stories because legally I can't. Okay,
Yeah.
but I've heard you all. I want to say I've heard you all. Okay, all those doctors, I've heard you. I hear I hear it. Okay, and I can't share it, but I've heard all those voices. I've read all those
Yeah.
stories.
Even
Okay,
the testimonies there, right? You've read every single
I've
one of
read them
them.
all, and I haven't rang everyone, but I've rang a lot of people. I've spoken to a lot of people. Okay, I spent a lot of the 3 weeks speaking to people, and I've heard the stories. Okay, I can't. Yeah, I personally, this is beyond me now. I feel that I've said my piece. I feel that I'm really happy that I've been able to show what I've shown. Um, I can't, I want to go back to just making fun content and educational content for people. I'm looking forward to just making some. I think I've got a video I will post on Thursday. Paano gumanda, paano tumangos, paano, just some nice, fun videos. But for the time being, I just need a bit of a rest from the intensity.
Yeah.
But I just want everyone to know I've heard them, and I personally hope that somebody could look into this situation further. I feel that it'd be a good story for. I think there's a lot of things that have happened which would be interesting for journalists to look into.
And for people to learn from, right?
Yeah, I yeah. I think there's lots of stuff to be learned from what's gone on and what's happening. And I think that if people could look into it more, that the country could learn a lot from that. Yeah.
I know you touched on it a little, but like to end our live stream,
Yeah.
What is the future of Doc Adam?
What's the future?
Yeah. With the channel, what will people expect?
So, um, we're going to just continue what we've been doing, but I'll be honest, it's, it's not just Dr. Farah. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot.
there's a lot more to expect from you,
I've
huh?
got a lot in the pipeline, and I'm having a rest. I'm going to do some nice, fun, light-hearted videos, which everyone can learn from and have some fun. But it's not just Dr. Farah. There's a lot.
Yeah, that's just happy to know actually, especially uh, because the Philippines and the world in general, right, needs correct information, right? Correct information.
Yeah. There's just one other thing I wanted to say. Sorry. No, don't worry. We'll leave that for now. But yeah, that's what I've got to say.
Yeah, well, let's end the live stream then, and of course for all the people who like watched until the end of the video, thank you very much. And Doc Adam, do you have any parting words or that's it?
Just thanks for your support, man.
Yeah,
Like, I
you too.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much also, man, for like doing everything that you are doing. It's really like awakening the minds of many
Yeah,
people, like
I hope
the
so.
critical thinking stuff. You and me, we always like fight for that. You have to think, you
Yeah,
have to challenge everything, and I'm also glad that of course you're there and you are here in my channel to of
yeah.
course explain to
I'm
the
glad. I'm glad I
community
met you,
what's happening.
man. I'm
Yeah,
glad I met you, and we've become friends. And
yeah, me
I
too.
can't, I can't wait until after this COVID ends and Corona ends, and we can come and like hang out, like
Yeah,
go on
exactly.
holiday.
Yeah,
Go
Boracay is
Nico
good,
and
man, bro.
everyone. Yeah, like I can't wait. So I hope next year that we can all meet up and start
Yeah,
doing stuff together.
that's
So
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah,
cheers,
and
man.
maybe we can like maybe something also that we can do once you're here. Maybe we can
Yeah,
set up like maybe a fans day for you when you come here to the Philippines,
don't do that. No,
right?
don't, no,
Yeah,
I
many people
don't.
want to see you personally.
Yeah,
It's like
it's a bit
it's
of
just there. It's an option. We don't have to do that, but if it happens, then it will happen.
it's a bit of a weird feeling. Like I'm not,
Mm.
when I was last in the Philippines, I think I had like 200,000 subscribers. Like things have
Mm-hmm.
grown pretty big.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a weird feeling for me. I don't, but yeah, I'd love to meet fans. I'd love to meet
Yeah,
fans, but
actually, that's a good
like,
thing for them also. They want to see you
yeah,
in the flesh also, right? So maybe
but
that's something that you should think about, right? When
maybe
you'll be coming here to the Philippines. Yeah, if you
we
can
could
do
do
that.
a big live stream debunk or something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be
like
perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we can do
we
it
could,
in like in a coliseum somewhere, right, where people can
yeah,
go.
I don't know. I think it'd be like in a Jerry's grill or something that big. I don't. I think. I think my friend's got a Jerry's grill. We can go there.
That's big enough. I don't think that's big enough. We can do it on the streets. The streets are bigger.
But yeah, we could.
Anyway,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
yeah, I
That'd
will
be
not
fun.
hold you on for like
Cool, man.
any longer. I just want to like of course say my parting words to people also and to you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And to all to the people who watch our videos and mine also. I know my videos are very long, right? Just watch them. I hope you learned something from them. Because attention span is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I always
Cool.
say, Doc Adam, thank you very much. Like I
Cheers,
always
man.
say, sana ngayong gabi ho, matulog tayo na mahimbing dahil kung sino yung natutulog na mahimbing, siya yung panalo. Paalam po at uulitin natin to. Good night. Thank you. Bye.